Hey everyone, it's Suicide Prevention Saturday. No, Mental Health Matters. Ugh, don't say the S word, because YouTube doesn't like that and it will take down the live. So if I disappear, it's all my fault. Anyway, welcome in all, one and all. I see Mr. Chris Bulldog out there, Krabby Turtle, and Mike Ballinger. And, oh yeah, here, look, see, I'm not imagining things. Although, to be fair, that was an hour ago, and Krabby Turtle was when? About 20 minutes ago. And then Mr. Ballinger, a mere 10 minutes ago, 9 minutes ago, all of that. So, mental health matters. Why are we here? Because 2 or 3 gun deaths you hear about are actually suicidal deaths, which means if we are truly honest with ourselves and we want to actually save lives, the thing we need to talk about is not gun control and more regulations and all of those things, but to talk about mental health. Because why? If we talk about mental health, not only can we help those 2 out of 3 gun deaths that are suicides, all the other people that are not feeling awesome about themselves, all those people that are considering that today is a really bad day and I might the last day, these are the people that we want to help make feel better. So, for tonight, we are going to talk about forgiveness. Because why not? Forgiveness is one of the most powerful things that we have. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Brooke. I'm the owner and instructor here at A Great Start Tutoring School. Yes, I remember where I am sometimes. I have been teaching all day, so I've been going blah, blah, blah all day long. And I have been doing this on Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, since 2018, October or November. I'm not sure which. I did put up the original one. It was on Facebook, not on YouTube. So there's also that. But I did copy up here sometime. Anyhow, welcome in. And here is my information for you today. Ooh, DJ is in the back. He's making things pop up and whatnot. Resources, we do try to give you resources on a regular basis. And sometimes I'm better about that than others. Matter of fact, maybe. I have a bunch of stuff I'm going to drop if I remember to, because I have a bunch of resources. All right, so a couple things. Number one, I'm still going to apologize one more time for the live that never happened on July 11th when I was away. Or was it the 18th? I forget. No, the 11th. Because last week was the 18th and I was back for that. So that was the Clint Macro interview, which I'm super excited about. And I have it set up for next week. The weird thing about stuff that's going to pop up on its own is there's no real announcements. So I'm going to try to pop some shorts down between now and tomorrow. Tomorrow before next Saturday is what I really meant to say. So you guys can find it easier. But it's going to be, hello, Jamie. Always good to see you. Hope you are well fed and showered, because usually that's why you're late. So, but you're here early. So all of those things. Um, all right. So Clint Macro next week. It is a long one. We're talking hour, 20 minutes or something. G23 says this doesn't count unless it's 4 hours, but considering when I started, this was a 5 or 10 minute thing, and now we go to about 30 minutes, that's a 300% increase. And if we went from 30 minutes to even 100%, which is what the Clint Macro interview is, then, you know, there's times when I can talk for a long time, but it's usually with somebody else. Hello, Ron 2A. Anyone who's new, if you're not saying anything and saying hi and all of those things, all the folks here, or most of the folks here, have their own YouTube channels. Please feel free to click on their channels and subscribe, just because they are the reason why I have gotten here with my 600 subscribers, or whatever it is that I have here. I haven't looked in a while. All right, tonight's theme is one that is near and dear to my heart, because it's probably the most important thing that I have ever learned. And that's a lot, considering I've been around for over half of a century. Yes, that's how old I am. More than half a century. I know, people are like, you don't ask women how old they are. I'm like, I know, I'm just going to tell you because I don't care, because it's just a number. So, ready? My number one lesson that I've learned that gives me happiness and joy. Ready? I have visuals tonight. Are you ready for this? I have visuals. I'm so excited. Forgiveness. The connection between love and forgiveness is fostering healing and restoration. here is something I did not know. Oh, wait, let me see. I'm probably not going to find the right one. Hold on. I have multiple slides and I kind of just want to jump to one, but I don't know how. So give me a second. All right. So, why is forgiveness so important? Well, here's the slide I want you all to read and know and love. Well, you don't have to love it because I can't, it's like magic. You can't compel someone to love someone. It does not work out well. I'm sure you've all seen various movies and whatnot. But forgiveness is not saying what happened is okay. It's letting go of the pain and suffering of yesterday. All right, because here's the thing. When I talk to people about forgiveness, they're like, but what happened isn't right. I'm like, yeah, I got that. I understand that forgiveness is not saying that what happened is okay. However, the happiness and joy of forgiveness is the second part. It's letting go of the pain and suffering of yesterday. So, here is the deal. Forgiveness serves you. Because think about this just for a moment. If I have done something, and sorry, I'm going to move my camera a wee bit, because now that I got big, I'm like, oh, it looks weird. If I have done something that offends you and makes you mad, and you're mad at me, and you get angry, and you're frustrated, and it doesn't have to be me, because I know last time I said people don't like me, we had other issues. So, whoever it is that has really ticked you off, done you wrong, just when you think of them, your face squishes up because they're such jerks, and you just think that the life just no, just mm-mm. See this? This takes a lot of energy. The squishing of the face, the anger inside, the frustration. I've had people who have done things to me, and I was mad, I was angry. I'm not going to lie. I wished awful things upon various people. And I got depressed. I got mad. I got suicidal. And I was consuming all of this hatred and anger because I would not forgive. And it took me a while, but then when I did learn to forgive, when I did realize that it's not about saying it's okay what happened, it's letting go of that pain and suffering from yesterday. Because whatever the thing is that someone did that makes you all mad and angry, the reality of it is they may not even know that you are mad and angry about it. So, number one, they may not care. Not because they don't care about you, but it may be they don't even know they did anything wrong. Pretty sure the people I'm thinking about know exactly that they did something wrong. But that's a whole nother story. Number two, even if they do know what they have done wrong to you, you are smoking some crack if you think they're gonna forgive or apologize to you for whatever it is, because most of us do things and then um, we can rationalize why it's okay that we did the things because it's not that big of a deal and you should just let it go and all of that. I don't know about y'all, but that makes me more cranky. So when something bad happens in our life and you feel as though it's somebody else's fault, and you're mad at that person, and you're angry at that person, and just thinking about that person makes you upset, and you just wish that bad things would happen to them, which is never a good thing. Um, when you find forgiveness, when you allow your heart to let go of the anger, pain, and suffering, you are the one who will actually reap the benefits of that. Because no amount of anger at somebody else, no bad thoughts of somebody else has any effect on them. It really does not. Oh, we got a barbecue in the house. Hello, barbecue. I'm not sure which thing he said always to because I wasn't paying that much attention to over there. But here we are. The other saying that I use, besides the forgiveness is not saying it's okay, it's also the fact that the hate and anger is a poison that you are taking yourself. DJ, remember how I said I might make you read? Or I asked you if
Yes,
you could get your read?
I did.
Since you can read it, since I know you can, I'm going to bring up this other one and I would love for you to read it for me. Can we do
Sure.
that? There
Absolutely.
you go.
Forgiving others as an expression of love is a powerful example of love in action. When we choose to forgive those who have wronged us, we demonstrate a profound act of love that goes beyond our own hurts and grievances. It is through forgiveness that we break the cycle of bitterness and create space for healing and reconciliation. Forgiveness is an active demonstration of love that has the power to transform lives and communities.
And that is all very true. Um, and forgiving those who wronged us, and Jamie's got it right here. Bitterness is stealing your joy and your happiness. And this is why happy people are usually pretty happy for long amounts of time because they know that it is important to forgive others. Hello, Miss Abigail. Um, so, I'm looking at my slides over here. Remember where the heck I am, because you know. Ooh, all right. Here's my next favorite slide. Ready? Love is always the answer. And it is true. Love conquers
It's
all.
it's
Well, go
also
ahead.
true that it's exciting and new. You should come aboard because we're expecting you.
What song is that, DJ?
Hey, Love Boat theme. I'm a 70s kid, right? You
Ooh.
know?
Oh my gosh. I'm like, I knew it sounded familiar. I did not place it. My bad.
Yeah.
Um, because yes, Love Boat, Fantasy Island. What else was on Friday nights or Saturday nights? I forget. But
Thursday night was my night, but I don't mean to toss us into the weeds based on 70s
oh,
television themes.
all right. Well, it's always fun. So yeah, so love is joy. Joy is love. All of those fun things. And the more we can fill ourselves with love and joy and happiness, the easier it is to share with people. And it's definitely one of those things where here on this show and in general, as long as you're filling up your cup with love, then you have it to share out to others. If you are mad, angry, frustrated, now, I'm not saying you can't be any of those things mad, angry, frustrated. They're all valid things, and we're all going to have those things. But we need to not fill ourselves up with it. And that's where forgiveness can help us so very much. Now, Jamie, I think you're going to appreciate my next slide because it comes from the Bible. And you know, on Friday nights, for those who don't know, Jamie's Georgia Shooting Connection, they have, is it 2 hours? I think they have 2 hours, a 2 hour conversation. And they talk guns and Bible and all sorts of stuff. So, Matthew 22:36, teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Jesus' reply is, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself. Wait, I read that right? Yeah, I typed that wrong. Okay, so it's not exactly the proper quote. That's why DJ was talking to me earlier saying, I'm not sure where that one's from. So, love your neighbor as yourself. Funny thing, working on that right now, in that loving yourself is one of the harder things that most of us don't always pay attention to. And it's probably one of the most important things that we can do for ourselves and for the people around us. Because here's the deal. Right now, I was reminded, do I have it here? I do not. Oh, I do have it here. I was reminded that one of the books that I read, and I brought up this before, is Og Mandino, The Greatest Salesman in the World. In here, there are the many scrolls, and one of them basically tells you to make sure everything you feed yourself is you're feeding your body like the temple that it is. And you can go biblical on this or just self love in general. So he talks about feeding yourself. Now, we're talking about everything. We're not talking about just putting food in our mouth, right? So that's one way we feed ourselves. Two, stuff like this. Ideally, my hope is this helps you grow or look at things in a different way. Um, Same with not so great things, like when we go binge on junk food, because trust me, I do some emotional eating from time to time. It needs to have frosting. I will just tell you that right now. If I'm junk food binging, it needs to have buttercream frosting, ideally, if possible. Homemade buttercream frosting, for reals. My birthday's coming up next month. Y'all can send me some. No, just kidding. All right, so birthday is really coming up. No, I don't want buttercream frosting in the mail, just so we're clear. um, and so, sorry, I see. I started talking about food. So, greatest salesman in the world. Feed ourselves like our temple. Food is the first thing that most people think of when we're talking about feeding ourselves. Two, the information that is going into your brain. I just had this conversation with my mom 2 days ago. The news is not good food. The news is how to make you mad, angry, frustrated, and upset. The people you hang out with. Also, if you have friends that drive you crazy, then maybe you give them a little time out. So you find the friends that pick you up and hold you and carry you. Uh, and all of those good things. And then, yes, Bible commands us to forgive. To me, that's letting go of the hate and bitterness. Nowhere does it say to forgive and forget. Exactly, Jamie. And I mean, there is, and this is why, dun dun dun, um, it's not saying what happened is okay. It's letting go of the pain and suffering of yesterday. And so many people get it wrong in thinking that forgiveness is saying it's okay. And forgiveness is not saying that it's okay. It's allowing yourself to grow and let go of what happened in the past. Because, yes, if we forgive and forget, we're inviting bad behavior against us to continue. And I believe God wants that in the children of our lives, but that's just me. Yes, we do not want to. Wait, Abigail used to do what? I don't talk to that of anyone one anymore. I feel better for it. I used to. Used to what? Which part? Forgiveness? I hope you didn't used to forgive and now you don't. But, DJ, what do you think? Did I just read that wrong and backwards?
I think it was giving the friend a break that maybe is a little too intense, or
Ah, gotcha. All right, yeah, because like I said, I don't necessarily know when the things came in with the lag and all of those things. Um, all right. Ah, so our final one. Forgive and forget. How makes sense of behavior change? Yeah. So yeah, the forgive and forget. So it's not forgive and forget. It is forgive and let go of the thing. The idea is not to necessarily forget, but let go of the pain. All right. So, final slide, I think. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. So, for those of you who are not familiar with the Golden Rule, the idea is do unto others as you wish done unto yourself. And I honestly don't know that the Golden Rule comes from the Bible, but Matthew 5:16 at least gives us this reminder that you are the light. And love from you is amplified by you loving yourself, because then other people around you can see it, feel it, and be part of it. So, all right, Mr. DJ. Uh,
yes.
I'm sorry, I'm like blah, 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 and it's almost 20 minutes after. Would you like to say hi to everyone? I kind of said hi as everybody was coming in, but, you know, I
You
think
did.
more official as if you do it and do the roll call thingy because, it's your job, and I don't know what I was thinking. I'm out of
Right
breath.
on, no worries. So, first in the room tonight, Chris Bulldog, followed by the Krabby Turtle. Mike Ballinger is out there. So is Jamie JH586. And thanks for the comments, man. Ron 2A Matters is in the room. So is Guns and Barbecue. Abigail Sorsha Finnegan was the last one to arrive. And we got a couple of lurkers who have not yet identified.
Silly
And that's your
lurker.
roll call.
All right. Well, I know. I see it like you. I see a bunch of how many people are supposed to be watching versus all those people that are not saying anything. So, again, what you said earlier, welcome to the show if you've not been here before. Um, yes. So, the Sermon from the Mount, Matthew chapter 5 through 7, and this is 5:16. So, there's our Taryn. So, anyway, I have something here on my desk for you. You might get it this month. Actually, no, this month is almost over. You might not get it this month. Um, and there's no need to apologize. We're good. So Taryn's in the house. Um, oh wait, you know what? Cause I may or may not actually get it in the mail. Can I find it quickly?
Are you going to spoiler? You're going to spoiler?
Well, I don't know if I could. I was gonna. It wasn't that I was gonna spoil her. I could send her something else, but I was
No,
gonna.
I meant create a spoiler, like spoiler alert. She's about to show you what you may be
Yeah,
receiving.
you may or may not get. Well, no, because it's just a thing. Um, that is, it's a funny dad joke, and it may only be funny to her, so maybe I won't show it. And then now she's gonna get it. She's like, I don't think it's funny, but she's not gonna tell me because she's too kind to do that sort of thing. But anyway, but I had a whole bunch of dad jokes because we have the dad joke calendar, and the dad joke calendar is super important. We've had one for at least 3 years now. So, um, yeah, sorry, I'm sort of remembering what the joke is,
We
but
can see that on your face. Yeah.
well, the dad joke calendar has 365 dad jokes. Some of them are beyond horrifically stupid, but some of them are actually really darn funny. So there is that. Um, all right, looking forward to it. Well, that's good. And now I have to send it to her. To be fair, I can cheat and I can take a picture of it and text her. But anyhow, all right. Let's see. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is about you having joy and love in your heart. It is not about forgetting. Hate and anger are poisons that you feed yourself. And this is where I think we discussed this before, but Mark Twain's thing of other people's opinion of me are none of my business. So even if somebody hates or dislikes you, you don't really need to take that on. However, if you're hating someone else, you do want to let go of that because it is not serving you. And when we go back to the Og Mandino, greatest salesman in the world, and he's talking about feeding yourself good stuff, it's also guard your thoughts and pay attention to what you're putting in there. And I had a different thought, but I lost it just like that because that's what happens in my little sparkly squirrel brain. Um, and what else? Ooh, DJ,
Yes.
hold on. I'm gonna pull you up, official like.
Ooh.
Ready? I'm gonna pretend I'm looking him in the eye, right? Um, did you like the two new videos I threw up on my
Yeah.
channel? All right. What did you like about them? I need to know. I need, I want to know.
Your presentations are always what you're trying to communicate is always clear. How you communicate it is what makes me smile because it's in the Brooks style of things. And so being reintroduced really, to the concepts that you created those videos for was an easy, enjoyable ride. And it's like one of those things where if there was something that I had forgotten, I was just reminded in a way that I actually wanted to be told. Yeah.
Awesome.
In a way that I.
Oops. Sorry. I tried to go to my calendar or my calendar, my site, because I'm also super happy about my new thumbnails. It makes me all happy. All right, ready? For those of you who have not yet seen this. Oh, does the thumbnail only show up when you are looking at it?
Yeah, as a preview thing, you can't like
All right.
hover over it because then, yeah.
All right. So anyway, the girl standing there with her hand out saying "Learn to dry fire" are my two newest videos, and 114 views already. Holy smolies! All right. So anyway, it's like, yeah, I don't pay attention to my stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Um, so I have 689 subscribers because that was the thing I didn't actually know. Um, why am I showing you this? Because I'm loving it. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying creating new stuff. And I put those two out, and DJ immediately says, "Got any more?"
For
So
sure.
I will let you know I am coming out with more. I'm trying, maybe. We'll see. Vacation and travel was a lot, but I'm going to try to get to one or two of these a week, possibly. While I
I
am still.
encourage you to do so. Most definitely. It's like I'm a fan of Saturdays, but I'm also a fan of your channel in general. So anytime we get what is the all too rare Brooke Cheney content, I'm gonna encourage some more. Come on. And you should be encouraged by the number of views that you just saw and you were
Yeah,
surprised.
I am
Yeah.
surprised. I'm like 3 days ago, 114 views. How did that happen? But yeah, so it's super exciting. The Arizona trip was very helpful to get me encouraged to create more content. In the background, I'm actually creating online learning because I'm trying to multiply who I am so more people can have parts of Brooke Cheney and the learning style that we are. Matter of fact, from today's class, I even have created a quick article on learning and teaching because I had a student who just was having a hard time uh, being able to see the sights and pull the trigger and all of that. And apparently, she'd been shooting in her past, but apparently, she never had any instruction, and her shooting was a challenge to get done. And we worked on her and figured some things out, and we made it so that she could be better. And the little article is just about failing forward, basically, is that the reminder of the most successful people in the world are the ones who have failed the most. And somehow people tend to forget the fact that if you know their name, they've failed hundreds of thousands of times more than you have. But once somebody is what we call successful or a known name, it seems like it's magic or something. But for the most part, magic and luck tend to look a lot like hard work. So, all right. So, anywho, there you have it. New videos are up on my channel. Please go check them out. Because there's already 14 views. So, if you want to make 115, that's always lovely. Um, what
And
else?
look at how much joy it gave the creator. So look at the smile. The irrepressible smile returns to your face. See, yeah, that rocks.
Yeah. Um, and then back to the Arizona trip, it's like I got on stage with the speakers. I got to talk with all the speakers. I got to meet them. Oh, look at that. Krabby Turtle's throwing it up there for me. Oh, so kind. Um, I don't know, DJ. He beat you.
Hey, I actually I took lessons from that guy. He was doing that before I was doing that, and I began to do it in the Krabby Turtle style.
Oh, is that how that
For
works? Okay,
real. Oh yeah.
my bad. I did not realize Krabby Turtle was the OG. So,
And the inspiration for what I do. For
gotcha.
real.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, that is awesome. Oh my gosh, that was so cool about today's class, actually. Um, in my classes, sometimes I talk about my mentors. One of my mentors, his name is David Hyatt. And today, one of his friends was in my class. And it's just funny how small the world is and how it goes full circle. Because if it weren't for David Hyatt, I wouldn't be in competition. If I didn't get in competition, I wouldn't become an instructor. If I didn't become an instructor, I wouldn't have a Great Start Student School, and so on and so on and so forth. And then for today, one of the people that David Hyatt knows coming here for classes is just like, oh, it's so cool. So it is just fun. Everything is connected. So, all right, I am going to go now. Forgive everyone. No, yeah, just do it. Just forgive. Let go. Um, Find the joy in your life. Feed yourself the love and nourishment that you need to make life better. Understand that yes, you're going to have stress, anxiety, frustration in your life. Everyone does. And just acknowledge it. It's there and do what you can to let go of it. It's hard. It's certainly not an easy thing. But if you try it and it doesn't work, what are you going to do? Try again. Because that's the article I'm going to throw up after this. All right, sir, I'm going to let you do your thing. Thank you, everybody, for popping in. And next week, ooh, yeah, special time before I forget. Next week is starting a little before 9, because like I said, it's an hour and 20 minutes, I think, give or take. Um, and so I think it starts at 8:50 or so. All right, DJ, it is so all yours.
Right on. Thank you, Brooke. Something that I was thinking um, during tonight's show was that something that bugs you or has made you feel hurt is probably, well, maybe forgivable. If you think of things that would be or really are unforgivable, full stop, no circumstance, that's unforgivable. It's not as many of us carry as feeling are truly unforgivable things. It's not as many or as much as we might feel in the moment or in our memories. Things may not be the offense that we carry. And if we're carrying that offense and no one else has really even maybe asked us to be offended by that, it truly is something that we can handle. And so I encourage everyone to handle those feelings of failure to forgive sort of situations. Bonds can be re-strengthened, friendships can be renewed, relationships can continue when at one point you thought maybe they couldn't or shouldn't or would not ever be again. And so I'm glad that everybody came out tonight to join us. In the room tonight, we had Chris Bulldog, Krabby Turtle, Mike Ballinger, Jamie JH586, Ron 2A Matters, Guns and Barbecue, Abigail Sorsha Finnegan, Taryn Gomez was also here, and to others lurking or in the future, thank you for being here. Next week, bring a friend. It's kind of a cool hang on a Saturday night in the early evening. And until we see each other again, be safe, have fun, take care of yourself and your crew, and rock. We're out.